Good evening, I'm a giant square, no one else can see you guys. Good evening everyone, welcome to FlatCap Fridays. We were just in the middle of a pigeon conversation and I missed the last bit, so Oscar, you can tell us a bit more about that in a minute if you don't mind. Welcome everyone, welcome to FlatCap Fridays, thanks so much for joining us. As you can see, we're joined by Andy Wilkinson and Oscar from Infinite Mods. Yay! How you guys doing?
Yeah, not bad, man, not bad.
We've just been waffling for the past 20 minutes, haven't we?
It's been good to catch up with Oscar. I apologise, guys. I jumped on the show as well with Oscar, and just to talk about the ethos with Oscar for a bit, and then it's all Oscar.
Well, if I'm honest, I thought you were here to be the translator, but it turns out Oscar speaks better English than me and you. So
It's together, yeah.
He's
and he knows what a big pigeon is.
I hope everyone's doing good. Hope everyone had a nice week. Literally, the aim of the show tonight is to talk to Oscar about Infinite Mods, to talk about how he got into this crazy world, maybe talk a bit about Mexican vaping and what things are like over there, just get his opinions on the vaping world, and just have a chat. Apart from that, there is a race to do for Dispergo, so we'll do that a bit later. But yeah, we're just going to have a real chilled out. If you've got any questions, anything you want to talk about, just chuck it in chat, chuck it in the comments, and that is literally it. But the first thing we do, Andy.
What is it, Gaz?
What do we do first?
I can't remember. What was it?
We do save to Cicero because he's just sent us $5, $5 American bucks. So
send it to Oscar.
We'll send it to Oscar. Thanks, Cicero. Appreciate that. You should stop it there. You're naughty. Reminding Stuart R on the shifter stands for race. P is for pass. There's some code between Stuart and. Anyway, let's do some safeties and then yeah, we'll just get on with. Basically, guys, we've got mod porn to look at for a whole hour.
Oh yes.
Just mod porn is great. Can't wait. Let's do some safeties. If it works. No, this one.
So the first thing we do on FlatCap Fridays is safety everybody in chat. Safe everybody, have a wonderful show.
Do the FCV safe. Do the FCV safe. Do the FCV safe.
And we're back. I can't have any more of that FCV safe. I can't have Shrek dancing in my face any longer. It's doing my head in. We need someone else to dance. That's a good point, actually. If anyone wants to dance for me for about 20 seconds and put it on a video, then you can be the new FCV safe cheerleader.
I'll do it.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. Job done. In fact, if anyone else wants to do it, you could collab with Andy. That would be fun. So, I'm going to run through this list of participants. Aiden M, safe to you, Aiden. Hope you're doing good. Andy Carruthers, how you doing? Ben M's in chat. No, I've got nothing to say to Ben M. I think he's been behaving himself this week. Bill Richards, safe Bill, who apparently, Bill Richards, if you don't know Bill Richards, guys, long support of the channel, long support of vaping in general. Apparently, he might be at Expo in October. So, Bill, if you are going to be there, I'm looking forward to meeting you finally. It's been like 4 years. So, yeah, Billy Lee Rice, safe to you. How you doing? Cicero as well with your $5. Craig Brown, safe Craig. I've got Craig Brown and Craig Chambers. Craig Chambers in the house, Andy.
Craig. Brother.
Didn't Craig get number 1?
No.
Who got number 1?
I think Bogan got number 1.
Oh. Craig got No, 4, 5? I don't know. Anyway, Darcy Phillips. Hi, Darcy. Safe to you. Deep Duffy, how you doing? Safe. Faxi gets the double. Safe. How you doing, Faxi? Free Rider Vapor, how you doing? Gemma Goodchip, Mrs. Flatcap's in the house. Oscar. Gemma. No. Ian Thomas, safe. How you doing? It's me, Jackie. Safe, Jackie. Safe, G.U. Jane. Safe, Jack. Jack, when's this baby coming out? Not out of him. Anyway. John,
damn it.
John Vaping Joker, safe. Justin Banks, safe to you. Katie Mason, how you doing? Kirk, I am. Oh, Luscious E-Liquid's in the house. Oh, I hadn't planned to talk about Australian vaping, but if you don't know what's going on with Australian vaping, you know it. Well, if you do know, it's a bit of a mess. Luscious E-Liquid have put a video out on their Instagram, I think yesterday. Really good, like, mini documentary of everything going on with Australian vaping. Please go and like it and watch it for a minute. It's not super long. Really interesting, though. Really, really good. So great job, Luscious, with that. I don't know if they created it or what, but yeah, they're doing their bit over there. So that's good. Get on with these saves. Lee's Vape Reviews. How you doing, Lee? Lee Joe X is in the house. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
And Lizzie. We've got both of them in chat.
Oh, no. Lizzie don't like me.
Luis Felipe Aguirre Ruiz. How do you say Ruiz? Is that your friend?
Yeah.
Okay. Safe. I probably just murdered his name. I'm so sorry. Safe to you. Lynn Smith. How you doing? Mark H. Mark Hawes. Mark Smith. Martin Saunders. Metal Vape. New Moom. I haven't recognised New Moom. How you doing, New Moom? Safe. Geese. Nicky Maynard. Safe Ollie. Safe Sean. Paul. Rob G. Rob C. There's loads of people in chat tonight. It's nearly done. Stuart. Shrek. How you doing, Shrek? Vaping Snowman. Vapors Capers. Vapor Bunny. And Vapor Queen Becky.
Can we just say safe to Big Les?
Big Les.
I think my dad might be watching.
Oh, evening, Les. Would he like if I complimented his son or took the mickey out of him?
I really don't think he cares.
Well, safe anyway. Yeah, so basically, guys, this is where we're just going to talk to Oscar, know about everything he gets up to, learn how he got into this crazy game, and yeah, just chat.
Do you know what I want?
What do you want?
A Mexican buffet.
Should we do that?
I think that would be awesome. I think that'd be a great idea.
Should we just start straight with Oscar then? We might as well.
Because he's in Mexico, that would work.
That does work.
It would, yeah.
Well, Oscar, do you want to, because for some people who might not know who you are, what you do, kind of introduce Infinite Mods and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, of course. Hey, everyone, how are you doing? First of all, excuse me, it's a different language, so I'm going to try to do my best and try to understand Andy because it's hard.
It's hard for us too.
Like from Liverpool or something.
Little love.
So, yeah, Jane, how are you doing? She's in the chat. New mom, she's my wife. So, hi, baby.
New man.
And all my friends and all the people I met at the Expo in UK in October. Hi, everyone. Thank you for being here. And yeah, so this is me. It's Oscar. I'm from OJ Mods and Infinite Mods. I don't know if you know my brand, but I started in 2016 making handmade mods. This is my logo actually here, the first one. And 2019, I started Infinite Mods. And what else? How I started? Well, I don't know if you've been in the vaping scene for a while, but I don't know if you remember in 2014, 2015, we only got Chinese stuff, right? Like Chinese mechs and really low quality mods. That's the reason I started making mods, because I was tired of having really nice pieces that didn't work anymore. So if you drop it once, you have to get a new one because just got screwed, right? So that's the reason I started making my own mods. Like I'm gonna make it myself. If I break it, I can fix it. So that's how it all started in 2016. Beginning of 2016, I started. I started with some aluminum boxes, like the Hammond box that you all know. We all started like that, and then I started working with wood, because I want to make something different. And 2017, I decided I was gonna start doing some stabilized wood mods. So that was the deal. Look, for example, let me show you this one that I keep here.
Look at that.
Get your tissues out, guys.
It's all handmade.
But what's your background, your like work background, to be able to make?
No, I'm a lawyer. I'm a lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
I'm an attorney at law.
Does that translate? Okay.
An attorney at law, a lawyer, and I have a master's in management, in health management, actually.
So how did you? Are you all self-taught then? You just
Yeah.
all self-taught, not like an engineering background
No.
in. Unbelievable.
No, actually, I'm really bad at numbers. Really bad at numbers. I don't take any measures. I just say it like, yeah, it's gonna be like this. Yeah, but just mark it and boom, let's go. I don't use rulers and meters and everything like that.
More organic.
Yeah, more organic, actually, yes. And that's how it all happened with OJ MODZ, because I had a block, and when I started working the piece, it's like, okay, what shape they're gonna give, what's gonna happen next, and just go with the flow,
See, this is what I saw when I first met you. Is you're a sculptor more than a mod maker.
That's a good way to put it, actually. Yeah.
We'll call it the handicap show. No,
it all happens like that. Then, I made a lot of pieces, like DNAs, Mac mods, and all kinds of stuff. Back in 2017, 2018, I made a lot of these pieces, and then my fingers got tired and started hurting a lot, because here where I live, it's really cold. So I don't know if you know woodworkers, you have to be in silence. You can't have distractions. You get distracted, you can chop a finger or something, right? Almost happened once to me. So I used to work at night and sand the pieces by hand in the cold, with cold water. It destroys your fingers, your joints. So 2019, I decided I need to get different equipment and start some mass production stuff. And that's when Infinite Mods were born.
So what was the first mod that went mass produced? I've got a couple of photos here. I'm sure you've got the bits in front of you as well, but
Hyperion.
Hyperion, yeah.
Hyperion, yeah, that was the first one.
That's your signature one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the first mass production Infinite Mods model, actually, yeah. And I still use it, It's my all-day bake.
I know there's a few people in the UK who've got them that were sharing pictures on Gaz's group. I think .mod Jane's got one.
Yeah, and I think Mark H has got an Infinite Mod as well. Yeah, there's a couple. There's a couple with Hyperions, but they're from Lost Vape, so they don't count.
All right, no.
Yeah, Jane's got one. And she got it in October.
Hello.
She's a friend from Las Vegas. and yeah, Jen got one. There's a shop in Manchester that has a lot of Infinite Mods. It's Vaporizzo. He's got some of our pieces there.
Ah, right, okay.
Ah.
What else? Yeah, well, that was the first one. The second was Pegasus. Then M64. Then Orion. That Orion, you know Orion. It's a real tiny little piece.
I did have I can't remember. Oh no, that's another one. I've got a couple here that I saved. That I don't know. Have you got the stream up, Oscar? Can you see the live show on the screen, or are you just on Zoom?
Oh, I can see it.
I'm on Zoom.
Oh, you're just on Zoom. Okay. I was trying to see which one's which. So how is Armec Mods a thing? Are they popular in Mexico, or is it kind of more worldwide when you started Infinite Mods? What was the plan?
You know, well, vaping in Mexico is crazy good. I mean, people love it. There are a lot of vapers here, but the government, well, it does not help. So actually, vaping is forbidden here. It's against the law by presidential decree.
Right.
Yeah, that bad. Yeah. So most of my sales are overseas. Like 90% of my sales are overseas. So
Okay.
we've been exporting a lot, thankfully, and yeah, it's been really good actually.
Where's your biggest market? Is it the
The
States?
biggest market in Middle East, United
East.
States, and the UK. You know, I ship a lot of pieces to the UK, Australia as well.
Yeah.
Australia.
But the Middle East is the biggest one. Actually, we got cloned in the Middle East, in Jordan.
Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
I got cloned as well in the Middle East.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. There's a tall, attractive Andy walking around in Saudi.
Oh dear. So have you got a favorite piece that you've made? Is it the one you use, or is there any? What? Yeah.
This one is, I've been using it probably 4 years from now.
What about the? I know you say about you don't take measurements. You just, or you kind of roughly do, but you do a lot of it by visually, and you see. But what about like the technical side of current, voltage, resistance, volt drop? How do those things affect you?
Okay, and the ones that I didn't take any measures or anything like that were the handmade pieces. You know, these ones, it's a different deal. These ones, I got my designer that does all the. I draw the idea, I draw the piece. Like here, I want this in the computer. I want a render of this. So he makes all that. Then once it's ready, we check all the little details and everything. Then make a prototype and test it. You know, when we launch a piece, it's been tested probably for 2 or 3 months, just to make sure it's perfect. You know, like I drop the pieces, I smash them, I treat them like I hate them, because if I treat them like that and they still work, then you as a final user won't have any problems.
So I'm going to get the guys at Dovpo to do that next week.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I did.
He's done it.
This pusher, you know, I destroyed it. I smashed it. I like broke it because I wanted to be sure that it's gonna be perfect.
Legend.
You've just shown everyone a very naughty ethos.
Yeah, it was pretty fast.
That was a tease. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we can talk about the ethos, because I'm interested to know how you were fully involved with it, your part in it, where the whole thing come from. Obviously, across Vape and Dovpo are involved, but and also I want to know how you, like, from your perspective, how you felt about being involved. Obviously, everything you'd made up to the ethos point has been, you're fully responsible for it, and now all of a sudden you've got other people, you know, in China involved. So how did the ethos kind of start, and how did you kind of play a role in that?
It all started in October with Andy, actually.
Oh.
He went to my booth at the Home Zone, and Andy can tell you that better than me, because I wasn't there when we first go.
So, you want me to tell the story?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I went to the expo in October and walked around, and I think I was with Chris Kay at the time, Lead UX, and came over to Oscar, and I had a look. Show them the mod I was looking at. Oscar.
What?
Show them my mod.
Oh yeah, this is lovely, this, guys.
So obviously that caught my eye. So I started talking to Oscar and started looking at the detail of the devices. And I thought, he can bring something to the game. He's got some serious skin in mod making. And I thought about Across Vape, who are starting out, you know, they've got the backing of Dovco, and Wilson, the owner, the creator of Across Vape, you know, is a designer of sorts under the Dovco umbrella. And I thought a collaboration with Infinite Mods, with the skill and detail of the devices going hand in hand with the manufacturing capabilities of a CrossFit, joining them together could sort of catapult each brand and work each brand together, you know, bring out the best in both.
Well,
Oscar and I had a good chat at the expo, and then we talked quite a bit on Skype, I think it was, and then I got the guys from Dovco and Across Vape involved. To a point, the device, the ethos, was at a conception stage within Across Vape, but probably the better word is saying they were looking for more inspiration and maybe a bit more of an insight into borrows, which obviously Oscar's very good at. And that's how it sort of started. And that is ultimately where the name came from. It was that sort of collaboration, that ethos of joining these two companies together and the journey that they were going to go through. I mean, it's not been plain sailing, not going to lie, and I know Oscar won't either. There's been challenges.
No, that's pretty quick turnaround though, from October to now. And what you guys have created is, I mean, for Legio X, for Across Vape, sorry, I saw his name in chat. For Across Vape, who are still a fairly new brand, had a couple of, I wouldn't say unusual, but different products for the market, definitely innovative in different ways. And this is a whole step up, like you say, for them. This is a massive step up. This isn't like the sandwich RDA. You know,
it's not.
This is a big jump. So, and obviously then for you, Oscar, this is something completely different for you as well, because it's not kind of with you at home in Mexico. It's all the way in China.
It's been a challenge, and I mean, again, not to take it away, the limelight away from Oscar. As it stands at the moment, you've got the version 1, which, Gaz, you've got in your hand somewhere. So we've got the version 1, which Oscar and Infinite Mods have had design input. And if you point to your nut, Gaz.
I'm pointing.
The other nut. That's all Oscar. And Oscar's had input on Oscar knows more about it, but on the faceplate and the borrow tank. Also on the screen placement, all sorts of stuff. So the skeleton was there, and Oscar's been involved in you know, dotting the I's and the T's and this, that, and the other. And as I say, he's brought some skin in the game. So what we're looking at is version 1 is the Across Vape version, and then there's what we're looking at is potentially a version 2 and 3, potentially running side by side. But that's still in the works, but there's definitely a version 2 with Oscar involved. We don't know how that's going to form, and we don't know how we're going to do it, because obviously Oscar is in Mexico and everything else is in China. But if you see on the ethos, it's been created to have removable panels. So we don't know if all the panels are going to go to Oscar to be engraved, or whether Oscar does all the laser designing and then passes that on to China and it gets done over there. We're not sure how that mechanism's going to work, but there's going to be something really special coming. Really special.
I can already imagine Oscar's face when he has a knock on the door and there's 10,000 panels.
You can imagine it, can't you? The thing is Oscar's capable of doing it.
Yeah, I can do it, but now I believe the most efficient thing to do, we've been talking about that. I'm gonna work on the designs and send them to China. China will do that in their factory, so everything will be ready and packed just for the distros and the shops and everything.
It's not an easy thing, is it? The etching, the laser etching.
Yes, it's kind of tough because it's not flat. Flat piece can be easily engraved. Like a flat piece is really, but this one it's got some edges and it's curved and it's different. So it's kind of hard because you gotta engrave this area, then turn it, engrave this area, and match everything. So
and it's got to line up. Yeah, that's what I wondered.
So either way, there's a challenge involved.
I'm going to show the guys and girls in chat the images you sent me, Andy, and obviously Oscar's.
Oh, not those ones.
Why not?
I'm
I get what you said. It took me a second. I've had a long week. There's one. So these are some of the designs that Oscar has done for the ethos, which are amazing. They're incredible. There's one there. Justin needs more tissues, apparently, in chat. Sean asked a question a little while ago, actually, while we're doing this. Sean asked, what's the most difficult mod you have made? Oh, you might have answered that, Oscar.
Yeah.
Or the one that gave you the most trouble. Was that the Damascus one? Damascus?
Yeah, that was the mat.
Wow.
Yeah, and actually that was cheap because I sold them. I sold those. Probably $650, $700 a piece.
Whoa! Because
Damascus steel, it's a pain to work with. It's a real pain to work with. It's really hard.
So they're just showing the skull one, Oscar. It's just showed the skull one.
We'll go back to that one.
That's not that one.
We'll go back to it. So, what's your favourite material to work with then?
I love wood. I love stabilized wood.
Still wood.
It's just stabilized wood. It's beautiful. Let me show you this. This is
awesome.
Stabilized wood is so beautiful. It's natural. Plus, you can add some colors, and you can. I don't know. I just love it. It's beautiful, but it's a pain to work with. So, I started moving to the metal areas with these ones, but I still work resin. These pieces, like you got resin in all my mods.
I like that.
How do you like? Does your inspiration come from? How do you think? I want to make a mech like this, or where does it just pops in your head?
This one, because my fingers were all screwed up. You remember working with cold water at night and everything? After years, I used to get up every morning, crack all my fingers, And this one, that was okay, I need to do something that I can use without pressing just a button, right? So that's the reason Hyperion came into my head. And you just press it. That's it. You just close your hand and that's it. It works. So that's the reason. And then I don't know. A lot of people tell me, have you seen this mod? Have you seen this brand? Have you seen this? I try not to look at anything because you can put some trash in your head and then you get a new design and you realize you were copying something that you already saw before, right? So I try to stay away from that. So I don't know a lot of the mods around. I don't see them. I don't follow them. I try to not look at that. So when I'm making a new design, I'm clean of that,
Yeah,
so I try to. For example, with Magnus. I don't know if you've seen Magnus. This is Magnus. This is the hardest hitting BF ever.
See, I wonder how the button works on that, because it looks like it doesn't have contact with the rest of the device.
It doesn't have anything. That's the magic about this. The whole power is box. You know, here is the power. So no strips, nothing like that you have to move and put. No.
Yeah.
This is so powerful. This is a tube made squawk.
Awesome.
This is the coolest one, and this took me 2 years to finish it. You know, exactly how I wanted it to be.
The finish looks ceramic, doesn't it?
It looks like ceramic, but no, it's powder coat with a white base and teal. Turn beautiful. I mean, I love it, and you can put it in your pocket without any problem because it will never fire by itself. Never ever fire by itself.
Quality.
If I look for different squonks around the world, I would see a strip there. Most mechs they have some silver strips, you know, like silver plates and everything.
Yeah.
They don't work. I mean, I'm gonna tell a funny story. I was in Atlanta, a Babe Showcase. It was a big show in the United States, 2017, and we were talking about different models from around the world. We were there, and we were talking about silver and copper and gold and all different materials, and we all got into the best one is copper. Way better than silver. Silver just makes the pieces more expensive for the creator and for the customer, and it doesn't work. It's exactly the same, you know. That's the reason I've never worked with silver. I made this pin silver, but just because for the looks, you know, because it doesn't get in the patina or something like that. So I've made some silver ones, but that's the only thing we're done. It doesn't work. It just increases the prices, and it's exactly the same. Copper is the best conductor.
Is it difficult for you to get your raw materials?
No, it's real simple here. It's really easy.
Is it?
Yeah, really easy to get.
Through the tunnels?
Yeah, it's not that. It's not cheap.
No.
Because here the materials are paid in dollars, and according to exchange rate, it increases or its value or not, right? But something I know for sure, and that's what we do in Infinite Mods, is the soul of the mod is the material you use.
Definitely.
If you want a hard hitting mech mod, you have to use the best materials available, and we do it. The copper we use is 99.9% pure. The brass we use is 75-25. It's not naval brass, but it's almost the same, and it's beautiful. So the soul is the material when we use the best materials we can find.
Well, copper is not a cheap metal anymore at all, is it?
No, copper is getting real expensive.
Yeah, I don't know if it's gone down a bit recently in the last few years, but at one point it was just copper was just on the up the whole time. So yeah, it's not a cheap material.
And you can see here, the contact, it's a big
block
copper chunk. No.
Yeah.
So you get real great connectivity here. We all our mech mods have copper because it's the best conductor.
So let's imagine, and you might laugh, but let's pretend that in 10 years' time, Infinite Mods is a huge brand and has a huge manufacturing facilities, and you're sending out thousands of mods a week. What would you want to be doing in that warehouse? Would you want to be up in the boardroom with meetings, or would you want to be designing, or would you want to be on the floor still making the mods yourself?
I believe in the board and designing. Yeah.
The board and
designing.
And design. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's really important. I mean, I don't make them anymore, you know. I have my people make them for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I check them, and I'm the quality control, for example. I'm that, you know. but I don't hurt my hands anymore.
Oh, not at all. Not even with the, now it's mostly metal mods.
I'm over that.
Right. Okay.
Of course, I engrave them myself because I work in the design, I work on the laser. I coat them myself because powder coat is not that easy as it looks. It has its challenges. You have to clean the piece perfectly. If there's a little piece of dust there, it's gonna be there, you know.
See, we talked about that, didn't we? Because I suggested to Oscar if he came to the expo in October about
he might
maybe engraving, bringing his engraving stuff,
right,
and engraving people's mods. And he's like, engraving, it's fine. It's the finishing.
right, yeah.
And it's the coating and the lacquering, and he would struggle bringing himself to do it because all he would be able to do is engrave it.
Okay.
And then a year down the line, it'd start tarnishing and all the rest of it. So, yeah, we talked about it, and we talked about Oscar, the process Oscar had with lacquering and coating and this. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy, the stuff he does.
Yeah, it's kind of... It's nice. I mean, for example, this is orange, beautiful looks. But if it has some dust or something like that, you will see it, and you will see a bump there, like a really big one. Like, oh my God, what's happening here, right? Because you didn't clean the piece. You should, so you have to clean it with some acetone or alcohol. Put it in the oven. I put it in the oven to burn all kind of little piece of dust or whatever. I don't know how to say it. So it's a handful, I could say. But the final work is beautiful. So
oh, sorry, I'm having a debate while I'm doing that. Right, next question then. But let's talk a little bit about vaping in Mexico, and kind of, I know what you said already about it, but is there generally people generally vaping on mech mods or regulated or tanks or pod systems? What do you see as what's popular?
I would say 2019, 2017, 2018, 2019 was the best for Mexico. We got the biggest show in the world here. The biggest one, like crazy, like it was like an ant farm. A lot of people here, like crazy. And most of them were vaping mech mods. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was really, really, really nice. Then, well, you know, COVID happened and all the disposables happened and everything. So disposable had taken over here.
And
really bad.
That's how it is now then, just disposables.
And unfortunately, the black market has the disposables market, I can say. So
yeah.
Well, so that's really bad.
Yeah.
I think that's worldwide now.
Worldwide. Yeah, 100% worldwide, yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Mm-hmm. What about e-liquid? Is there any big brands over there that do well, or what about you? What do you tend to vape on?
No, we got really big brands here, real big ones, and really good ones that unfortunately they cannot export because remember it's against the law, right?
Right. So they can make it and sell it inside Mexico, but you can't import it.
I think they sell it here, but it's actually illegal, right?
Right.
But it's here and then in shops and everything, and they're big like KLX Hale. I got a ball here. It's all smashed up.
I'm always interested because there's so many e-liquid brands in the world, and I know about 1% of them. Just so many. If Chris and Lizzie are still in chat, they could move there and call it Legio Exico.
I like it.
And we got different flavors here, you know, because we had different fruits here in Mexico, and they're really nice. I mean,
do you call? Go on. You go first.
I'll get some liquid to the. If we can make it to the show in October, I'll try to get some liquids from here for you guys, so you can test them. And of course the guys in the chat that go to the booth, I'll try to get some samples for you guys.
There you go. Do you call Mexican fried ice cream ice cream?
No, we call it Mexican ice cream. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Just checking.
It's like Chinese food in China, right? Do they call it Chinese food?
Yeah, let's get some Chinese food in China.
Exactly the same.
By the way, if anyone has any questions for Oscar in chat, then just fire away, and I'll try and catch them before they go past their feed. But yeah, I keep missing some. I think I caught Sean's earlier. Mech mods over here. I don't know if it's the same worldwide, but it's definitely a hobbyist thing. And you're either into your mech mods or you're not. There's no halfway house, I don't think. So yeah.
And yeah, I believe that the ones that use mechs are the old school vapors, you know, because I mean I've been using mech mods since 2013. So I'm used to mech mods and I love mech mods.
What's your normal build in your RDA or tank or whatever? What do you normally run?
Right here it's 0.12 single coil.
Perfect.
20 gauge wire.
Okay.
So it's really hot vape. You know?
Faxi asks, how big is your powder paint oven and your sandblasting room?
No, I don't have a sandblasting room. I need one. I should get one. I should get one. But my powder coating system, I know it's not that big, you know, because I don't coat big pieces. And my oven, it's kitchen oven, you know.
Yeah.
Like to make a grilled cheese sandwich.
Perfect. But you don't put the same sandwich in the powder coat oven, do you?
No, unfortunately not. I would be kind of dangerous, but and you're not gonna believe it. I have that one in my shop, but I don't have one of those in my kitchen. That funny story, and unfortunately, a true story. So,
do you have any? Is there anything apart from obviously everything going on with the ethos? Have you got anything else new that you're working on or?
No, actually, on the designs, on the engraving designs, and we're looking if China is capable of doing that. You know,
do you think
like factory engraving, so it goes all in the package?
Do you think you will end up going over there to kind of see what's happening? Not live there, but just to go and see what they're working with. Do you think you'll have to go that far?
If they pay for the trip, I will gladly go.
I will come as well.
Yeah.
Going to China from here, it's probably like
I
don't know, 3,000 or something like that.
Wow. Yeah.
So if they pay for the trip, I'll be on the plane in 20 minutes.
I'll carry your bags.
I'll send you some Chinese food from China.
Oh, that's brilliant. Oh well, I genuinely hope that things go well with Ethos for you. I think it's a great bit of kit, very innovative, and it was pretty cool when Andy told me that Across Vape and Dovpo and you were all teaming up. I just thought we get a lot of collaborations between like reviewers and manufacturers, and there's some manufacturer collaboration. There's some happens because they're already technically businesses together, anyway, like Wotofo and Smok and stuff like that. But you're from one side of the vape world, and Dovpo is a completely other, and a Cross Vape a completely other side. So it's unusual, it's different. It doesn't happen very often. So
it's really different, and I believe what I think about that is that the companies they make or they start the collaboration with YouTubers because they're famous, so they know they're gonna promote it, and that's the first reason that comes to my head, with those collaborations. But this collaboration is totally different because I'm not famous. I'm just a Mexican brand that luckily will sell everywhere, but it's still a brand, So I don't have a public, or I don't have public face, or I'm not a public person. and so it's different. So we have to make a bigger effort here to make a unique piece that is not that it doesn't look like any other around, and that is not. It's different, It's a really nice, different piece.
Well, I'm going to ask everyone in chat. Can you X1 in chat if you have heard of Infinite Mods before this show, before the Crossvape ethos? If you'd heard of Infinite Mods, put in X1. I'm just interested to see, because I'd heard of you, I'd seen you around before. I'd never had a mod, but I'd seen pictures of it before and other people, and there's always a load of X1s. So that's clearly obvious that you're you're well known. If you hadn't heard of Infinite Mods, put in X2. And then we had a question from Sean. Do you have artists who create your designs, or do you create them yourself, or both?
A good question. I know the answer.
I created myself.
All created yourself?
Yes, I created myself.
I think if we can we on the next show, can we get the link up of the shop that's selling your products in the UK?
Oh, in the UK? Well, we can definitely
get your link up for your stuff, because I know you export them, and I know you've got your website, and I know we can buy them direct from you, which might end up being a bit cheaper. But it'd be nice if we can. I'd ask Benny M, but I think he's fallen out with me as well.
Has he? What have you done?
Yeah, he's done ankle pictures now.
Oh, apparently Martin. Thanks for the heads up, Justin. Martin had a good question. I must have missed it. Sorry, Martin. I'm just scrolling back. What is Oscar's favourite flavour profile? Nice one, Martin.
My favorite. I've been vaping the same flavor since 2013.
Is it Code Red?
Tobacco. Dry tobacco.
Can you custard?
What is it?
Dry tobacco.
Dry tobacco. I thought you said dried tomato.
No, I used to make it myself. Then a brand, it's Corona Brothers, makes it for me, and it's what I vape every day, all the time. MTL, of course.
Ah.
Same flavor. Don't get bored of this flavor. It's beautiful.
Still, well. Oscar, do you take orders for custom designs?
Yes, I do. And we work from the beginning. Like, what do you have in mind? What would you like? What kind of model are you thinking of? And we work on the design. We go step by step until the final product. I talk to them, and it's a really nice thing to do, because I've made a lot of custom designs and people are happy. So that's really nice. I really love doing that.
Do you have some unusual requests that you think, what?
Oh, unusual requests. Yeah, I've had some. Totally.
Has someone
mostly when I used to make them by hand, like a guy from Bahrain asked me for a DNA 200 with 3 battery tubes, and he wanted really dark wood with clear resin, and that was a challenge, and it went well. That was crazy.
So no one's asked for you to engrave their cat on a mod or something.
Cat?
A cat or a dog? I don't know.
Pigeon.
Oh yeah, actually, let me show you a picture. I made one for a veterinarian.
Oh right.
It's crazy. I'm looking for it.
We'll see this, and then I better do a race, because everyone gets really angry if I don't do a race.
This is a well, this is one.
Nice. Wow. That's awesome. So is that where it's engraved, and then you have to inlay the ink or the paint after?
No, it's just engraving.
Is that just engraving?
Yeah, just a laser.
What? I have no knowledge of how it's done, but that is awesome. That's brilliant.
So yeah, but I mean, for a veterinarian.
So could you do, if someone obviously you do all your own mods and everything, but if someone sent you theirs, Or no, if they'd bought a Hyperion or another device from you and had an RDA, you could engrave that if they had their own, or would you prefer it if it was direct from you?
Well, I can engrave almost anything, but I have my own RDA. So
Yeah.
This is my RDA, for example.
Yeah, so then so it can all be matching. The whole thing could all be whatever the design is. Yeah, makes sense.
Exactly.
I'm just seeing if I missed anything in chat, and then I'm gonna have to quickly. Yeah, we're gonna do this race.
Katie Mason was asking for this, so I'm gonna show it.
Ooh. So are these just kind of rough ideas, or do you think these are the designs that could possibly be released if and when we go to that stage, phase 2?
We were looking at pandas.
Oh, Ben's going to be happy.
Messy.
It was a rough idea, I was like, okay, let's try something. I didn't take any measurements or anything like that. So just started engraving to see how it looked.
So that was just you going, man, I'll just try something, see how it looks.
Yes. if it didn't work, I just sand it, polish it, and engrave it again, That would be just simple as that.
Amazing.
But this design, this Mayan warrior, this Jaguar warrior, it's beautiful. So I'm gonna try to get this design on Ethos on the next version.
Sean, keep coming. Sean in chat is. I keep telling him he needs to be creating more. He's made a few custom doors for different devices, and he's a bit of an artist. He's got a real talent for it, and yeah, I'm sure Sean could spend at least an hour with you asking questions about the process and design works. But I need to do this race because people get upset if I don't do a race.
Correct.
So I'm going to move us over to this one. So, folks, if you didn't know, every week we have a race. This week is just the one race, unfortunately. Oh, I've lost Andy. Hold on. I don't want Andy to be gone.
Oh, no, I'm not bothered.
Oh, no. I've got to have you somewhere. I might have to shrink us a little bit. Anyway, if you're on the Flat Cave group on Facebook, you'll know that we do a race, and a race can get winnings. This week's wonderful sponsor is Dispergo. While we're doing the race, I'll find out what the winnings is, but I think it's their new range of short fills or possibly salts. I'll double check while we're doing the race. Yeah. UK only. If it's an international winner, we'll sort something out. I'll sort something out for you. Unless America's becoming an absolute nightmare to post anything to America.
Yeah,
I've had stuff come back. Oh, yes, I remembered Faxi, Ben. Thanks for it. Yes, I did Faxi. Anyway, we're horses this week. We've got 1 minute 30 for the Dispergo goodies. I'll tell you what it is in a minute. 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah, taking about 70 entries.
Oh, Cicero's coming up. Where am I? I'm a guest. I should be in. Where have you gone? Are you not doing a voiceover? He's left everybody. Darcy. Where am I? Am I behind Katie Mason?
Thomas is down there. Bob's looking good. Anita's looking good. Leon Hardcastle. 18 seconds left. Diggs held a good lead, but it looks like it's going down the pan. Thomas Baggett maybe is in first place, followed by Jack H. Crispin Bates take a strong lead with just 5 seconds left to go. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Crispin Bates! Come on! Get in there! Come on!
Well done. Crispin Bates. Crispin Bates.
Belting.
Congratulations, Crispin Bates. There we go. Well done, Hack. Right, let's see where everyone else came. Darcy, unlucky Darcy in second. Faxi in third. Oh, so close. Craig, Stuart, fifth place. You beat Cicero. Joe, Mark, Terry, Amanda, Lee, Nikki without the eye. Sorry about that, Nikki. Dawn, Ewan, Macaulay, Remsley, Sandy, Leon, Chrissy OX. Chris, you beat Lizzie. Bill, Deke ended up in 20th. Collins, Maguire, Ollie, Maguire, Will, Jack, Steve. Jack, you were doing well, and then you, Rob, Josh, Graham, Andy, you were 29th, mate.
Yeah.
Anita, Katie, Ben, 32nd, Ben, unlucky. Mark, Jane, Mark H, Sam, Liz, 37th, Paul. There was a while where Liz was just winning races left, right, and centre. Not just races, but vape competitions left, right, and centre. Martin, Rajan, how you doing, Rajan? Right, Rajan had a lunch with Mike from Darkstar the other day.
Really?
Mm.
I'm going to hook up with Mike in York at some point.
Cicero, Andy, Sean, Scott, Shrek, Greg, Gareth, Idris, Andy, Craig. Who am I looking for? Ryan, Paul, Sean, Thomas, Lizzie OX. There you go. You're 58th, Lizzie. Unlucky. John, Billy, Amy, Ian, Aidan, Rob, Sam. It's me, Jackie, and Michael. Right. I can tell you what we win now. Let's go back to normal view.
So the first thing we do on FlatCap Fridays is safety.
Sorry about that. So, Dispergo kindly said to me that the message says the Unreal Berries range, which is their new range that look a bit like this. I don't know if it's the whole range because, well, maybe it is, but if it is, then it's 500 mil. There's 5 different flavours, which would be awesome. But if it's not, we're grateful nonetheless. I don't know. It just says Unreal. You've got blackcurrant strawberry, blueberry lemon, cranberry raspberry, grape lime, and rhubarb and raspberry. I'm guessing they're short fills. Maybe they'll be in salts if you want. One thing I will say, Crispin Bates, is that his code name? Is that it might be delayed because the person who deals with their postage winnings type things is away. No, he's away until next week, but I'll keep you in the loop and we'll find out. But yeah, well done. Mick says it's the whole range, and Mick's the boss. Well, I'm guessing Mick got the whole range for one of his winners. I don't know. So yeah, there you go, the whole range. Woohoo! Mobro's in the house. How you doing, Mobro? That's it. I'm done. You can take over, Oscar, now.
Okay, so we were talking, Andy and I, we were talking about you speaking Spanish for the show.
Me speaking Spanish?
Yeah, Andy and I were talking about that, and we both agreed that you need to speak some Spanish here.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't have...
For your
Hola, me come padre.
I don't know the first bit of Spanish.
Uno filiope, senor.
Wow, that's very good.
I do try. It was. Did you see in Disco that we all started speaking Spanish?
I did see that.
I bet that threw a lot of people out.
Graham says I only know how to speak Chav. Yeah, he's got that right. Yeah. Thank you, Katie. Katie's just taught me my first bit of Spanish. I'm terrible with... In fact, I was thinking about... I really like Greece. I'd love to learn some Greek, but I don't know whether I can... I don't know if I'm too old to learn a language.
Never too old. Well...
I don't know. Never too late, you know?
Well, what about you, Oscar? Is it just Spanish and English?
Only Spanish and English, yeah.
I'm going to start learning Mandarin.
Mandarin? Damn.
That would be helpful. Your value in the world would be...
Imagine me going to a restaurant ordering chicken fried rice. Legend.
That would be good. That would be good.
Number 1 and number 4.
Oh dear. Well, guys, can you believe it's been an hour?
I've enjoyed it. I could go on forever. Well, I do go on forever talking to Oscar, to be fair.
Justin's struggling with his English. He could. Yeah, he could. Absolutely could go on. Could go on and on and on. And I should have probably got more pictures but I didn't want. I think about 5 minutes into the show, there was talk of people needing tissues, Oscar. So yeah, that's probably because of your work. Is there anything else hidden behind on your desk that you want to show people before we call it a night?
This one's one of my favorites. Axis. Why is one of my favorites? Because this one has a story, you know. This one had a really cool story that a lot of people that went to the show know already. But I have a neck surgery, and when I first had a look at my vertebrae in the neck, I saw this. So this is what some vertebrae look like, you know.
That's your back.
I wish it was as nice, you know. But that was the idea. That's how it came. Let me show you a picture of my neck.
I've seen this.
Oh, yeah. Hello.
So I have those two prosthetics, and that's why I made this design. And actually, it's called Axis because of the two vertebrae of the neck.
Oh, amazing! Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty
so
awesome.
That's the story behind this. That's the reason I love this, and it's so comfortable as well. So you just press it. That's it. So that's.
It's the fire button, and the fire button's amazing. Trigger.
Yeah.
The trigger, yeah, and Magnus. I mean, Magnus is so beautiful. I believe Squonk has to be a mech. I don't know. I don't like regulated Squonks. I just don't see the point, you know. But that's just me.
Well, that's the top side in the bin.
Yeah.
For a Boro, I make mech Boros.
Oh!
That's lovely. That.
But for a board device, it's got to be regulated. It's different. The Squonk, mech.
While you're here, can you make a Squonk, but with the flag?
Easy.
There you go. Right. October, I'll give you money.
Easy peasy. It's flat. So flat is...
Right. I want one of them. Do I get mates rates? Do I get friends? A friend discount?
You don't worry about that. You don't worry about that.
Brothers for life, me and Oscar. I love you, man. Big time. You know that.
Oh well, Andy,
Yes.
is that your sign off for the evening?
Something to know about Infinite MODZ is that the quality of the materials we use is the best one, and when you get a piece from Infinite MODZ, you be 100% sure that it's been tested by me, and I won't ever send you something that it's not working 100%.
The piece for life.
So you'll get you won't get the mod like this, you know. You will get it in pieces, but they're really easy to assemble, and you're 100% sure that I tested and I packed it and I shipped it to you.
Amazing.
I now.
And people like that. People love that personal touch. It goes a long way.
And if you contact me anywhere on Instagram, Facebook, whatever, you're talking to me as well.
Well, there you go, guys. If you are interested in Infinite MODZ of any description, or even if you just have an idea or something, please message Oscar. Please check out his website. Go and check it out if you want. Go and buy one. Hopefully, we'll see you at Expo as well in October, which will be cool. Andy, do you want to say anything, mate, before we?
Yeah, first off, if you can, remember how to get hold of Oscar, get hold of me. I'll get you in touch with Oscar.
There you go.
Oscar's devices are banging. They're such high quality. And I know Craig Chambers is in here. Craig Chambers, he was drooling over Oscar's stand in October. The very high quality products, which is what I was drawn to. The skill involved and the sculpturing in them, it's second to none. So you won't be able to find anything else like it apart from with Oscar and Infinite Mods. Buy it now.
Buy it now. Oscar, anything you want to say, mate, before we close off?
Just want to thank you for the invite. Thank you, Andy, for being here, and thank you for approaching to me to get into the Dove Pool and across Babe world.
It's been a journey, mate.
It's been a rough journey. Fun.
Been a journey.
Some funky stuff has happened, but it's really nice, and it's really nice to see your brand.
We've become good mates. That's the main thing. We've become very good mates, very good friends, haven't we?
And I was so happy when I went to the UK. I have to tell you guys, the UK's. I usually travel to the United States, because it's closer. But being in the UK, it was amazing. All the people I met there were amazing, super nice, really kind, really helpful. It was amazing. It was an amazing trip, and I could say that the UK is like my favorite country. I would move in instantly.
Aww.
It doesn't matter about the weather. It's always rainy and cloudy, cold. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's worth it. It's totally worth it because it's really nicer. So I didn't spend a lot of time anywhere but London, Birmingham, and Edinburgh, but it's beautiful. And you live there, enjoy it. It's an amazing place to be.
Cheers, brother.
And it was a pleasure to meet a lot of people there, and it was great. It was great there, and hope to be there in October. It'll be amazing.
Excellent.
Trying my best.
Right, folks, there you go. That was it. I told you it was going to be an hour of chatting about mod porn. That was great. Andy, obviously, thanks for coming on, mate. Appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, no worries.
You're a good man. He's had a tough week, Andy, but you can go and chill now.
Yeah. Thanks for having me, mate.
Go put your feet on anytime. Oscar, it's a pleasure to meet you. And we've been chatting through Facebook for weeks, and so it's good to finally put a face to the name. All the best for everything going forward. I have high hopes for the ethos, and so hopefully we'll see a lot more of your input on the ethos moving forward in the next couple of months. So I'm looking forward to that. To everyone in chat, thanks so much for joining us. I hope it's been interesting and not just the same old nonsense every week. Something a bit different. Next week might not be going ahead because I didn't forget, but I just realised earlier it was my wedding anniversary. So I don't know if I'm going to get away with doing the show. Which means it'll push the 50th back a week as well. But anyway, I'll let you all know about that as soon as I can. Have a great weekend, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you soon.
Safe, guys.
Bye.
Thanks so much.
Oh, my mouse has died. Oh, no, it's not. There we go. We're signing off with some hold music. We like hold music.
We do like hold music.
It's nice. You can't do the show next week. No, I don't think I will do a show next week. Oh, dear.
That means I will be in country when you do 50.
Oh, yeah, you'll be back.
Yeah.
Good. Right, say night and shut this off in case Andy starts moaning or something. See you later.